Namaskar, greetings, and gratitude. I welcome you all to this Inspirational Star Talks episode number 49. And today, with me on the hot seat is my dear friend Rena. How are you doing, Rena?
Hi, Preeti. Doing pretty good, and such a pleasure to see you after a long time.
Definitely, definitely. Pleasure is all mine.
Thank you.
Raina Bajaj is the head of school, Mount Olympus, Gurgaon, Sector 79. And I proudly say we have worked together for a long time together in a school and
Yes.
meeting today on this virtual platform after so many years. So nice, Rena. So
Yeah, it
nice.
is
Thank you.
bringing back all those lovely memories, and I'm sure they will always be fresh in our minds.
Absolutely, absolutely. Rena, I am very curious to know what inspired you to take this teaching here and how has your journey evolved over the time?
I think if I talk about inspiration, it has always come from my mom. She was a teacher, and being brought up by a teacher parent is always very inspirational and different because there are a lot many expectations from you. So I still remember my school days when I mean it was 5 days working for us being into a convent school, and mom was a teacher in a government school. So she had 6 days working. So Saturdays always used to be in her school. So I mean because both the parents were working, so she used to. So it was never late wake ups or something. You always had to be. So I used to see her as a teacher being a kid. So a lot used to come from her, like, and you somehow, children, we do idolize our parents. So I think the first inspiration came from her. And when I grew up and I had children, the push or the inspiration, the second inspiration came from them, because it was somehow in the mind that teaching is a half day job, and which after a few days of joining, it was the reality check which we faced, and got to know it's not just a half day job, it is 24 by 7 job. So mother at home and a mother at school, it, a teacher at school meant the same thing. So that's how the inspiration came, and it was probably not always the first choice as a career, but once stepped in, then it was all wholeheartedly, like, we dwelled into it, that we started enjoying that, and that's how the journey began and how the transition happened. It was a transition, basically.
Wonderful, so wonderful.
Mhm.
So, Rena, how do you think your experience as a teacher has shaped your leadership style as the head of the school?
Preeti, as it is said, if you want to enter into any career, you have to start from the grassroots level. If you have seen the roots, if you've seen how things evolve or how things work from a teacher's perspective, then you're able to understand better as a leader as well. So when you've actually walked that path, you know how the lesson plans work, what is the exact situation in the classroom, how the teacher has to be so much prepared before entering into a class, and how to connect with children. So since you yourself have been a teacher, you know each and every path pretty well. And then when you start being a leader and inspiring teachers, before assigning any work or before even getting to them, you actually know that, how would a teacher be feeling, like, there are so many additional responsibilities these days the teachers have. It's just not going into the class teaching and coming back. There's technology, a lot is developing, evolving. The children have evolved. Children are not the same as they were 10 or 20 years back. They expect a lot, and thanks to chat gpt, it's already making the life for teachers a little difficult. So once you have walked that path, I think it becomes easier. We know this is what, if I'm going to talk to my teachers, this would be that they would be thinking, and this would be the response they would be giving. So I think that always helps. So that's how it is.
Yeah, rightly said. Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, this is a known fact. I know it that you are a poetess as well. And how does your passion for poetry influence your approach to education and leadership?
It was COVID time when I actually started evolving something that was there during my college days. So I used to scribble few lines here and there. That was my youth period. But COVID gave us a little time to explore and introspect. So it just started expressing your whole idea about life and how you deal with emotions. So it was basically the expression that came in. And somehow then I felt, when you start writing, when you start thinking about the emotions, that is where be it a teacher or any career life, I think you can do a little better, because then you become more empathetic. You understand the emotions of people and what they are going through, and uh, life is not perfect for anyone. So you start seeing poetry in something as basic as a table, a plant, moon, sun. So that's how you start expressing that. It's more of personification when it comes. So when you empathize with people, you start empathizing with non-living objects also. So I think that helps you as a person overall, not just a teacher or a leader. So I think that really added to my and gave me the expression as to I have to release my stress. So that became a stress buster for me, and that's still going on the same way.
How beautiful, Rena. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. So, it is a similar type of a question again. So, do you believe that the creativity and art have a role in shaping the educational experience? Something more would you like to add? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think education without creativity and without forms of expressions is baseless, and it's of no use. If I talk about the technical aspect, in education, when we all were studying and we till date apply the Bloom's taxonomy, creativity is the highest form of learning, and the pyramid, how it goes, it has been given the topmost position. So that is the definitely the technical aspect, where when we were studying about how education is growing, we did go through that. And having said that, and coming to the practical aspect of it, I mean, if you just keep on moving ahead with books and with teaching, irrespective, it is more of activity based right now. But then every person has to have some release point. So as I said, it could be for someone, it could be dance, for someone it could be music, singing, listening to music, some instrument, maybe a sketch or an art form in the visual art aspect. And somebody would go for theater. So all these areas, they give your release point. That's your expression of how you want to be recharged. So and I think children, because their attention span is very very limited these days, even for adults, I think the attention span is absolutely going to the negative figure. So this is one way where you can actually be physically, mentally, emotionally connected and involved, and that gives you a lot of learning. So I think that's a must. We can't move without that.
Rightly said. Rightly said. So now, can you share a poem or a quote that inspires you in your work as an educator?
Um, Well, yes, there are many quotes. The bottom line of it definitely reads as "Never give up." We always have to keep moving, and persistence, resilience is something that we all have to have in our lives. But when you talk about poetry, I think what I, as a human being, or as a leader or an educator, feel that emotional strength is very very important, and books through or some through technology. I think the children are very smart these days. They learn very quickly if they wish to do that. But what, as teachers or educators, we are really struggling with is to actually develop the values in our children, the values of empathy, values of relation, respect, kindness. So that is something I feel if we can teach our children, that will be our success point. Books and everything is absolutely comes secondary. Nobody will be illiterate in the times to come. Everybody knows, and thanks to the mobile phone in everybody's hands, everybody is a master of knowledge. So but when I talk and when you talk about poetry, so there is one poem that's very close to me, which talks about the emotions itself and the value of relationships. So I would just like to read out to you. So this is when we move ahead in our lives as human beings, even as adults or even as children, so many times we make people upset, by virtue of how we are expressing or not expressing the right way. So every relationship goes through a repair network where we need to come back and resolve our issues and concerns. So this goes for not just children but for each human being. So the title of the poem is Rafu. So Rafu is when you repair a cloth which gets torn. So I'm just comparing the repairing of relationship by this word. So it goes, कई दफा जब रिश्ते पुराने हो जाते हैं, कभी फटने कभी घिसने से लगते हैं, चलो सुई तुम ले आओ, धागा हम ले आए, रिश्तों को जरा रफू कराएं, रोज की जल्दबाजी में, रोज की तनातनी में, कहीं अटक तो कहीं उलझ जाते हैं ये रिश्ते, इससे पहले कि ये छेद गहरे हो जाएं, रिश्तों को जरा रफू कराएं, पिछली बार जब इनको पटक दिया था अलमारी में, तब से मुड़े मुचड़े मैले से पड़े हैं, आओ जरा धोकर इस्त्री कराएं, रिश्तों को जरा रफू कराएं.
How beautiful, Rena. So nicely you've expressed. So beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So, heartiest congratulations to you on your recent award. And
Thank
I see you're at all the places.
you. Yes, it was as recent as a day before, so you are absolutely
Yeah.
keeping yourself informed.
So, what does this recognition mean to you? And how do you plan to continue making a positive impact?
So I think awards and recognition is just like a feeling of a pat on the back, and it definitely gives you that high moment when you receive an honor and people look up to you. But any recognition and any position that comes with a lot of responsibility. So, as you've mentioned, hot seat, it is actually a seat of with a fire beneath, so it is definitely a lot of expectations also come, and not just the expectations of people, but you yourself feel that it's like once you start getting as with children it happens, you secure first position in the class, and every time the teacher and the parents and the other students start expecting. So every recognition comes with a lot of responsibility, And I'm really honored that I've been blessed that this reward or the award was, I was actually sort of felt worthy of it. But the day when I joined as a teacher till date, I think my journey and my work has remained almost the same. When something is entrusted on you, you keep doing and you keep growing with it. So this recognition, though it's, yes, very prestigious and very close, yet it gives you a little fear factor that now you have to prove worthy of it, and you have to go a little mile extra and work more towards achieving the goals which people look up to you for.
Wonderful thought process, I must say. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So, my last question for the day for you: what advice would you give to the aspiring educators and leaders who want to make a difference in their career?
Oh, I feel advice is a very big word. It is, I think the least that people need these days is an advice. So, but if you're asking me, I would just say be yourself, and keep doing whatever comes your way with complete dedication. So when you see your own child sitting, as a teacher, when you're teaching the child in front of you, when you treat that child as your own biological child, then you feel there's a different, every mother has a different connect with their own children. So I think till the time you reach that level that you see your own children sitting there, you will somewhere give a little, not your perfect shot every time. So go well prepared for every day, and challenges and ups and downs will keep coming. So keep moving ahead with that, and as I said, be yourself and be calm. That's the entire crux, I feel.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful having you at Star Talks, Rena. It is always a delight to chat with you, and it was
Thank
a
you, Preeti. I think I should give a lot of credit to you for this and picking up on me for this. And, it really made the entire thing so nostalgic. And thank you so much.
definitely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pleasure is all mine.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear audience, for being with us in this lovely chat today. I will come back again on Friday with another personality who has inspired my life. Thank you.
Thank you.